Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Welcome to Fairy Tales and Cocktails. This is a Schitts Creek reading, a tarot reading. My name is Nilsa. I'm the head fairy in charge of this fairy tale kingdom. You may call me HFIC. All my fans do. This is for entertainment purposes only. All right, we have Knight of Swords, Two of Swords here. Somebody is going to be asking you to make or confirm a decision that you've been delaying, okay? And here, this was like them not seeing each other, having to make a decision if they're going to stay together and keep trying. And if you follow the show, you know what ultimately happened. But sometimes people end up at an impasse. Okay, we have somebody that's in a situation where you've been struggling, but okay, this is what I'm hearing. You've come so far and you don't want this struggle to have been for nothing with no results. You don't want to come out empty-handed on the other side of this situation. Like if you get to the other side of this, you're like, you don't know what I went through to get here. So to go through all of this for nothing, I'm hearing turmoil, heartache, some kind of struggle, somebody wanting to keep their word or their bond. And your word is very important. The fact that you said you were committing to something or wanted to prove somebody wrong, that if you don't end up doing this, I'm just hearing like it's not an option. Failure is not an option. Okay, so we have Judgment. We have Five of Cups and we have Nine of Wands. They're so hell-bent on making something work here, even though it's caused you struggle, even though it's caused you pain, and you keep going. But I feel like yeah, okay, so I'm hearing something about another reading I did recently, where you could be surrounded by people who quit, you could be surrounded by people who give up a lot, or you feel like they don't have anything substantial and you don't want to end up like them. It could even be like people like in your family or something. Maybe you're like, I'm the first entrepreneur, or I'm the first this, and I have to do this. I have to show. It's like you invested in something or started a business. All right, so we have the devil energy. You feel like you're being watched. This could even be social media where you have a page or a business and you could be fronting or making it look like you're more successful than you are. Or people could be waiting for you to make a mistake. And I just keep hearing, you don't understand, Elsa. You don't understand. What don't I understand? What do they need to know? What are they going through here? Competition. Okay, so it's like somebody said you couldn't do something. And yeah, there's just so much pride here on proving somebody wrong. This is like that don't believe me, just watch energy. We have Three of Swords. We have the Hermit and the Tower. So something could have happened unexpectedly in 2023. Okay. We have heartache. We have going within. We have tower. I'm hearing tower after tower after tower. Like, Nilsa, you don't understand. It's not just like one brick fell. It's like 10 bricks. It's like the wall is crumbling. Okay. The good news is people can come in. I'm seeing somebody like coming in, like offering you bricks to help build back up what was crumbling. And this could even be your heart with the heartache there. Like you could have had a connection that no matter what, y'all kept separating or breaking up, or it's like I'm hearing they found a new way, Nilsa. They found a new way to break your heart. Especially this like a pitchfork here next to the swords. Like this is, yeah, it's like they just kept they knew what to say, what to do. But the good news is we have Ten of Pentacles, Temperance, and Four of Wands here. He kept going. right? And then if you watch the show, they ended up with like, an investor or something to replicate the motels, the Rose Motel. We have healing here, and we have a reunion. This is also, you see how there's multiple people there creating a chorus. So it's like you were doing something on your own, and it was hard, because what I'm seeing with the competition is that the people you are in competition with, it could be somebody in the same business. They had so much help, and you're like, I'm one person competing against a fucking team or a marketing team or somebody that, let's say like you work online and they actually have a brick and mortar, like they actually have a store, and you're just solely based on the internet, and you're just like, and they have staff and they have help, and this is something that you've been on your own about. And so the interesting thing about like the jealous energy is that when you do succeed, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, I know you could do it. I know you could do it. And I'm hearing remember to remember. Remember the people that watched your stories like on Facebook or Instagram for your business and went out of their way to actually click on the reel or share it and like it or comment, and didn't just like, because there's a lot of voyeurs. There's a lot of people that are they find you interesting and they love seeing your life. Like I get messages, from Instagram where people are, actually a few times, and it feels like they're like, it's like out of left field, or they're like, I love watching your life. I love seeing how you live. I'm like, really? Okay. I'm thinking, if you like it that much, why aren't you sharing it? Or, like, people think, well, somebody else will. Well, somebody else will share her reel. Somebody else will watch her YouTube and comment. Somebody else will do it. I forgot what that's called, but we learned about it in psychology. I'll get back to the cards, but I want to share this story with you. I wish I had my water. Damn it. This is a real story that happened like in the 70s. This woman was being stabbed in an alley. I think it was either New York or Chicago, something, a big city. And she's screaming for help, and there's people in apartment buildings, like parallel, watching, right? And so the woman's screaming, call the cops, call the cops. And so the guy runs. A few minutes pass. The guy sees nobody's coming. He comes back and finishes her off. And when interviewing the neighbors, they said, I thought other people were calling the police. I thought they were calling the police. And basically this woman's life ended unnecessarily because of people not doing information confirmation, of the assumption. Like, I don't want to say like lazy people, but a lot of us are like, well, somebody else will do it. Somebody else will do it. So this is your assignment. Remember to remember that when you make it and everything is great, and then people all of a sudden are like, oh, congratulations. Oh, that's great. And they're going to say how they know you. Oh, I know her. I grew up in that town. Or I know her from Instagram. Or I know her from YouTube, right? They know you, but they didn't support you. It costs $0 to leave a comment. It costs $0 freaking dollars to share or like something, right? So people remember. People notice. I notice. I take care of my people that take care of me, let me tell you. So you're being guided to remember, and because you're going to catch people out and you're going to say, yeah, if you believed in me that much, it would have been nice if you told me back then, or told people about my business, or about me, or put in a good word for me, right? So regarding love, in that situation, it feels like, let's say you end up with somebody and people are like, I always knew you'd end up together, or y'all are a beautiful couple. Like, really? Because when we were back and forth, or when, he was talking shit about me or she was talking shit about me, did you defend me? Did you tell them? Like, you know what I'm saying? So they're going to act like they were always on your side. Devil's advocate, I'm hearing. Anyway, let's go back to this. Up early. I'm hearing grinding hours. You know, they call it the grind, the coffee grind, because you're up early. But a few people are going to be helping you. An object in motion stays in motion. So once somebody's already investing or you're getting a lot of clout, then more people will follow suit. But what you want to remember are the people that made noise while everybody else just let there be fucking crickets, okay? We have 9 of Cups. I just keep hearing, how did you do it? How did you do it? So one of the things I love about this series is even though they were fucking robbed blind, he never gave up. That's the one thing they can't take away from you. And I say they, but I just mean circumstances. They can't take away your education. They can't take away your skills and your knowledge. Some people have street smarts. Some people have academic knowledge, right? So the more books you read about business, finance, and psychology, because they go hand in hand, right? People buy or respond to things emotionally. And so like learning about all those things together. And don't reinvent the wheel, because there's already people that made it that have books. You don't have to read new books. You can read the classics, okay? And they'll help you. So with him, he had such good business experience, but what he needed was capital. That's like the only thing he was missing, because he knew what he was doing. And that's the same thing for you. I feel like if anything you lost, you can build it again. And if you lose this, whatever this is, with the towers, you might be like, Nilsa, I had 4 locations and now I have 1. You can build it back up over time. A good partner helps somebody that, like I said, always believes in you. All right, we have the Star. Okay, getting attention. I'm also seeing the Red Solo Cup. Red Solo Cup, you fill me up. All right, and we have Ace of Swords here. So this idea or this solution, okay, I'm also hearing Sword in the Stone. So you felt like something was almost helpless and you were powering through. And the reason why you're struggling is because you're doing things the same way you've always done them. And so you thought it worked before, it's going to work again. You, mentally and emotionally, you will have success again, but not in the same avenues necessarily. You are the wealth, you are the money, you are the creativity. So you see how the sword is in flowers? It's not in a stone. Not everything is set in stone. If you're asking your spirit guides for inspiration, ideas, creativity, solutions, okay? If you're asking for these things, know that they might come in different packaging. So be open to that. I'm hearing don't look a gift horse in the mouth. We have Page of Pentacles. It might come from somebody younger, these ideas. Yeah, because look, 10 of Cups, 8 of Cups. So you might be walking away from old ways of doing things, old habits, and getting your happiness. But then here, like I said, things might surprise you. Do you remember how he was thinking of moving back to New York, but then he wanted to, get married and like stay here in the house? He surprise bought him a house. Like, again, people helping fill your cups. People are going to help fill your cups. All right, let's pull some love messages for those of you that came for love. Ooh, that's not a good song. I'm hearing a song that's not a good song. I'm hearing, it must have been love, but it's over now. That's all I know. We are using, oops. I have to make sure I'm not doing that thing where you ever like have a deck and you split it, but then you start shuffling it backwards. No. Okay, these are good. It was only a couple cards. Backwards. Womp womp. We are using, if I can get it. Get back in there. Put that thing back where you found it, or so help me. So help me. Okay. We have Love Confessions by Mamina Divine Starseed. Oh, thank you. Okay, yelling is my way of hiding my pain. So there's somebody that, again, the frustration. And then we have, I'll let you in, just promise to be faithful. There's a lot of mistrust here. Okay. And that could have been some of the Tower where someone was like knowing the way to hurt you. So if like loyalty is like a big trigger and they kept commenting on other girls' pictures and then saying, oh, it's nothing. Or if they kept, liking girls or following those accounts that have like the girls of the BBLs, and you're like, that's not a real body. That's not correct, biologically correct. I didn't even know what a BBL was. I just remember seeing people online sometimes, and I'm like, how did that happen? Because if you have a big butt, usually it's fat, but then their waist is this big. You can't have like that, and then your fat is just selective. Like, I just want to be in your butt. Okay. We have, they can't do it like me. This fits with that competitive card as well. You could have been feeling like you were competing for attention for his or her job, or all these people. I'm hearing there might be somebody watching who's the person on your mind is either famous or in politics or in a podcast. A lot of people want their attention, but I'm seeing people throw themselves at them. I'm hearing like at their mercy. And it's like not earned attention. It's given on a silver platter. And because of that, when you set up boundaries, they're like, why am I going to work for you? And somebody else will just come and, I feel like that situation's happening. This says like, I don't care about your feelings. I just want to get what I want. I don't hate you, but you need to get your shit together. I feel like that's you to them. You're like, I hate your actions or your behavior, but I don't hate you. So there is some forgiveness on your end, and frustration and forgiveness. Do you regret pushing me away? Again, that feels like you to them. Do you regret pushing them away? What were you digging up on my computer or my phone? So this feels like cyber stalking in a way. You know how I said somebody might be in the public eye? And I do have some clients who have, famous, or I guess you would say famous, relatively famous, love interests. And the digging on the computer is like that, again, where it feels like there was some jealousy because there's attention. So like maybe he or she is commenting on other people, but not yours. Again, so maybe to remember, you might have people supporting you and then they're not. I don't know. I'm hearing wanting to get your attention. It's like they knew. Again, what are you looking for? Oh, you're going to find something if you go looking. I'm so sorry to tell you, but it's like some people were trying to make you jealous on purpose. I'm hearing even going all the way to like maybe take them somewhere they said they would take you, or I don't know, like maybe you wanted them to go, maybe you asked them to go out for sushi so many times and they didn't make time or they wouldn't go, and then they went out, they made sure they took pictures or tagged a sushi location with some girl or some guy, right? But we have no sex. They are using some people, I'm seeing like a little chessboard, some people as props, literally props, like a prop, like, like, oh, just put this in the picture. We'll just put this in the picture. Trying, and I mean, like, honestly, like, it's hurting my feelings because you're seeing some of this and you're knowing, but this, you needed to know this, that they might just be dating people or taking pictures of people but not having sex with them, but they wanted to make you jealous. There's a lot of anger. Look, I blocked you or you blocked me. There's a lot of anger. Maybe you push them away, maybe you block them and they're trying to get your attention. I don't know what love is. Can you show me? Maybe you show them they weren't paying attention. This landed on top of this card, the 8 of Swords. I'll tell you my dreams. Tell me your dreams. And so we have the Eight of Swords. It feels like you guys could be in a loop dreaming about each other. And then, but not telling each other that you're dreaming about each other. This is wild. Y'all are dreaming about it. Yeah, my ear just started ringing. And daydreaming. Y'all are also daydreaming. Wow. Show me you really love me. Actions speak louder than words. All right. You can't say I don't trust you. You have absolute access to me. So this feels like you to them saying like, I'm not the one with two phones. I'm not the one with all these different apps and WhatsApp and Snapchat and this app and this app and this app, you know? This is, I don't have a right to say, I'm sorry, it's past tense. Oh, maybe they still feel this way. I didn't have a right to say the things I said. I'm sorry. I preferred not to block you. Forgive me. So somebody, this came up twice. Somebody blocked somebody. And they're apologizing because they know they said something to hurt you. There's some lines you don't cross, no matter how mad you are. So, like, if they called you gorgeous or princess or goddess or empress or whatever, and that was, or whatever nickname or whatever's endemic to your connection, and if they called somebody else that is a betrayal. That's a betrayal. That's what's coming through. You're my sweet salvation. So maybe they called you like their sweetheart or their sweetie Petey. Or maybe they were just saying, you're always so sweet. I unblocked you. Or you unblocked them. Wow. Thrice. I know I didn't mean for this reading to be so long, but it is. So I'll just write there. They can fast forward to the love part. I assumed I was too much for you. There was a lot of triggering I'm hearing. So somebody, yeah, the triggering was too much. You're like, you're playing games. I don't need to see this prop here. I don't need to see like this little life in plastic, right? So you're just like, mental health. So you're protecting your mental health. Good for you. Good for you. Any last words? Last call for alcohol. Thank you. Thank you. This is just an information card. Okay. Another information card. I was looking for those. Because usually I like remove them from the deck before I read with them so that they don't like pop up. Okay. Can't you just admire me from afar for now? So somebody wants to apologize. They're afraid of you. Okay, so there was a lot of anger. Now there's like a lot of fear coming through. They're afraid because they know. It's like when a dog does something bad and then they have this look on their face or they're like, I'm not going to go near you. It's a lot of fear. Cowering is the word. Like cowering, like, oh my God, I'm sorry, don't look at me. Yeah, can't you just admire me from afar right now? So somebody here, they want access, but not direct communication. So it's like they want to see you. You guys want to see each other's lives, but you don't want to talk to each other yet. It's interesting. There's suspicious activity. There is suspicious activity on a bank or a social media account, okay? So the suspicion there, that's why they want access, because they want to see your update, your life update. They want to see if you're dating or married or if you moved or something like that. They're curious. Calling me curious, right? We have, I just can't be faithful right now. So if they're with somebody else, they're not 100% in with them. Their heart still belongs to you. They're probably still trying to watch you, or I'm hearing asking about you as well. So if you guys run in the same circles or have the same job, they're asking about you. So they're not all in with whatever partner they have. I go through your phone when you're not around. I fucking excuse my language, I desire you in ways I can't describe. So lots of sacral energy. And it's more like the forbidden cake. If you're on a diet and they tell you not to think about cake, you're going to be thinking about cake. So if they're committed to somebody else and they're thinking, don't think about my feminine, don't think about my divine feminine, guess what they're thinking about? Hello. Yeah, I go through your phone when you're not around. So I'm looking at that as they go through your, they have some kind of spy account. They could even be watching you from their partner's phone, guy or girl. I'm also seeing two guys. So there could be two men watching this, like a gay man watching this video right now. I go through your phone when you're not around. They could be using the other person's account even, like logged in, and then erasing the search, if that makes sense. So they could be, like, if you do YouTube, they could be watching YouTube videos from the other person's account. That's wild. We have loading question. They will ask you something important in the future. Probably like, do you forgive me? All right. Thank you. I vow to be committed to you. Look at logged into your accounts, may have seen something they didn't like or misunderstood. There's no question here. Somebody blocked somebody because somebody else was like trying to make them jealous or betrayed them or something. If they call you their fruit pie, or I don't know. I don't use nicknames. I just say their name. I'm not that creative, I guess. I'm not that creative. I just tell people, call me your highness. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. All right. Join the membership if you'd like to. When I get more members, I'm going to be making more and more extended videos. And I hope you enjoyed this. I have a lot of cool tarot themes, so I'm going to be doing more. And subscribe if you haven't. And comment. All right. I'll see you real soon.